Now, look, this is like the third time me trying to make this introduction because I don't want to take advantage of a woman going through what she's going through and people making videos about her, you know. So I want to be as respectful as possible to her, right? Um, we're gonna talk about the mistakes that she did, and let me tell you something. I'm not an angel, okay? I make a lot of mistakes too, and I've talked about it on my channel. And so please don't think that I'm being holier than thou. Like if you guys know me, you will know I'm not a perfect person. But I believe that we should all learn from our mistakes. And there's everything there's always a positive that we get out of a situation, okay? But I believe Wizard, she did a lot of things, and it's not because she's dumb. It's because you know, when you have unmet needs from your childhood, just like I do, you tend to project and you forget logic in that moment, you know. So I want to say that this is a very normal thing, and she's not the only one that goes through it. We all make those mistakes. If you're judging her, most likely you do that and you just don't notice it yourself, right? I do that too. When I was much younger, I would objectify women and I would judge a woman based on how good looking she is and what favor she could provide for me. And that blinded me towards toxic women, right? And so I believe it's almost the opposite for her, right? Where when you're me, I thought I was ugly when I was younger, and I never had luck with women. So I became hyper like desire for women. If you're raised poor, you're gonna it's similar to that, but with material. You're gonna want security because you feel so insecure as a child. She even talked about how her mom made her feel very put her anxieties on her. So she was raised feeling financially insecure. And so naturally, she's gonna gravitate towards men who could provide that. She's not a bad person. It's just a very natural thing. It's just human nature, and I feel like we have to. I feel like I want to say that. Like again, I say this because I just watch so many people pile on her, and I know they're being fucking assholes, and I don't like that. You know, I don't like people as you can call her narcissist. I don't care, but do it with the right intention, and don't just glee over the fact that she is down at this moment. Okay, because it's embarrassing. Now, by the way, I may do a painting of her, and then I might send it to her actually. Maybe that could cheer her up. So the first one I think is that it's a sign of codependency is that she isolates herself with her partners. Let's put this right here. Oh shit, sorry people. Okay. She isolates herself with her partners. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, if you listen to her talk, she's talked about how when she finds a guy that she likes, she just stays home all day and just spends time with them. That's codependency, and a lot of the times, it eventually it pushes people away, you know. And also, you have a personality shift. You don't notice it, but guys notice that you were independent because that's what she preaches. But as soon as she's in a relationship, she becomes needy and creepy, and that type of shift to a lot of guys, it kind of like it throws off the guy. And they were actually attracted to the more independent. And so that personality shift, she might experience that guys get turned off as soon as they get to know her. And that creates an insecurity, right? And that it's almost like an addict who, as soon as they start doing drugs, they isolate themselves and do drugs by themselves, right? It's a coping mechanism. And that's not good because you isolate yourself from your friends and family and you become dependent on them. And so the heartbreak becomes even harder and you become very reactive. Second thing is that um uh she gets blinded by gifts and affection. And even she says it that when Landon gave her so much money, so much affection, and things were going fast, she got overwhelmed by the attention and she just assumed that, oh my God, he really likes me. Maybe she wasn't seeing that. Maybe he was just love bombing her. But because it was fulfilling such a need in your heart, you saw it as a genuine thing. But when in reality, if I was watching and I was talking to her, I would be like, yo, Liz, like, he's going too fast. Slow him down, you know? And the reason why she doesn't see that is because of the next thing. She spiritualizes it. She believes that the universe is doing everything in her favor. So the guy getting interested in her fast is not a sign of him being toxic. It's just a sign of the universe bringing me my guy. Of course, the guy's going to be obsessed with me because the universe is watching over me. And you can see how that type of thinking blinds you from toxic behavior, where you think that the reason why they're so into you is because of just how magnetic you are, when in reality, it might just be a pattern of them where they love bomb everyone, where they might be a narcissist and you're not seeing it because of your ego. It's not God, it's just that they're creepy and you're so flattered by it that you don't see it. All right. By the way, people, if you struggle with this, check out my free gift. I have an audiobook that I wrote on about how to make him chase and avoid these types of situations. Click on the description down below, put your email there, and you'll get that free gift in your email. It's an audiobook and a free chapter from my book, The Chase. The next thing is that she's addicted. She's addicted to affection, right? Which means that she confuses controlling for love. The guy was asking her, sending him her location, and acting like he cares, acting like he look at my password, like look at my password so that she could give him his. She thought that was just him loving her. Understand this, man. And I said it with a lot of love, because I don't want to, when you and I say this because I understand, because I felt this too. When you feel empty inside, the affection that a love bomber gives you blinds you from their intention, because the high they give you is so high. They lift you up from such a low mood that you don't care their intention. And because of the confirmation bias that the universe is for you, you can easily see how you could fall for controlling people because of the emptiness that you have inside. It misinterprets those types of things. 5, she goes too fast. And she let him go fast too. You know how I always tell you, ladies? Slow down. Anything that starts fast ends fast. Anything that starts fast ends fast. Guys that want you from the start intensely don't really like you. That's just how it is. Any guy that's good for you will go slow. Any guy with common sense will go slow. If I was him and I was dating Liz, I would have not gone fast because I didn't want to scare her. I didn't want to turn her off. Liz, I really think that he waited for you. I really think he was at the airport and he stalked you. I really think that, and I think that you're someone that wants to be loved. You want somebody to show you that you like to see that you're loved. And like anyone's weakness, when somebody presents you your weakness, you get blinded. The next important thing is that she didn't listen to her intuition. Sometimes that's like your last line of defense, your intuition. But again, she loves hard. Most likely she's experienced a lot of superficial relationships where she's pretty, but the guys that are with her have too many options. And so it creates a less than mentality. I don't know why I speak about her and why I'm choosing my words with her. Primarily because I sort of identify with her. But not in the way that you think. I think we all have emptiness on the inside. Everyone. And it's how we deal with our emptiness dictates our lives a lot. It truly does dictate our lives. And we all deal with it in different ways, And I see her and I see her as like the female version of me in a weird way. In a weird way, I see her as a female version of me. I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? Like I really do think superficial men are the female version of gold diggers. I'm not calling her a gold digger, but you get what I'm saying. And that's it, man. I'm gonna leave this video, and hopefully, I really wish her well. I wish her kid well. You know, I wish, and I hope that things work out for her. You know. Anyways, man, let me know what you guys think about this video, man. Check out our free gift, ladies and gentlemen. Check out our free gift that I have for you guys. Where is it? Where the fuck is my free gift, people? Like, it's a free audiobook that I've written for you guys and that I created for you guys, and I think I wrote it a few years ago, right? I wrote it a few years ago, so go check that out, and it's in the description down below. Take care.